Welcome back. So, Go and Node.js, we already have Docker files and the running Hello server. Last thing to do now is Python. So, we need a Docker file and we need some Python code. And I'm just gonna go in here, and the first thing I want to do is I want to have a Python project. So there is several ways to do this. Obviously, you could just use a virtual environment, like using Python 3 virtual env, or you could just create a Python file, run it in your local environment, or you can do everything in Docker, or you can use a project wrapper. I don't want to go into too much details here. In my opinion, it shouldn't be rocket science. So we're just gonna create a requirements.txt manually in our Python folder. Yeah, it's in the wrong folder. There we go. We're gonna create I don't know, server.py, and we're just gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna look here in the Docker documentation, and we're gonna see if we can build a little Python app. They are recommending Flask here, which is cool. Could as well be Django, but I think we're just gonna use Flask. This sounds like a good approach. And I'm also actually gonna do the virtual env approach. Which way does it work? There we go. I think it created a virtual env. Yeah, okay. We're activating the virtual env, and we're gonna use pip to install Flask in whatever version it's gonna tell us, right? It's okay. So pip freeze will tell us we have those versions, right? And we're gonna pip freeze this into our requirements.txt. There is other ways to do this, guys and girls out there. Feel free to do it in another way. For our example, this will work, right? So first thing first, we need a Python base image. Just gonna use Python 3.7 because I think I have Python 3.7 locally. I don't know. Actually 3.8. Then let's use Python 3.8, right? Then we're gonna copy our, we're gonna do workdir app. Always workdir app, right? Then we're just gonna copy requirements.txt into our local directory, and we're gonna run pip install -r requirements.txt. Then we're gonna copy our source code, and we don't need to compile anything, so I guess we're just gonna say command python 3 server py. I guess I haven't tested this, so let's see. We're gonna test it locally first. Python 3 server.py. It immediately exited because we don't have a main run. Okay, it's actually saying Flask run here. I don't like this. This is really using Flask. Can I don't Flask hello server. There we go. This is what I want. App.run. Why is it so hard to just include this in the example? And so we had port 8080, we had port 3000, then let's now use port 9000 here, right? Run. Here we go. It says it's running on port 9000. Let's try. Nice. Hello Docker. We're not in Docker yet, but we will soon be. So we're gonna docker build -t hello Python. All right, it is starting to download some things, and as you can see, there is a download counter already. It's downloading so many files. I'm glad I have a quick internet connection, but this could be a real deep problem. Let's say if you're working in a company and like you have 20 people and you have a limited internet connection, and then all of a sudden people are doing Docker builds and they're pulling down all those dependencies. It's really annoying if you have to wait, and for no apparent reason, obviously. But whatever, it has finished, and you can see it is installing our dependencies. It's it seems it has finished. So docker run -p, it's port 9000, hello Python latest. All right, this seems to be running. Let's verify. Yep, it is running. Nice. So let's start improving this Docker file a little bit. Similar to Node.js, it's most likely not possible to make a good multi-stage build here. We won't win a lot by separating a build step from the run step because Python is also interpreted. But there is different Python images available. So there is a Python 3.8-Alpine probably. Yep, there we go. And before we do that, we actually need to check how big is our image. Hello Python. Our image is 927 megabytes, so it's even bigger than the Node.js image, right? It's not good. Anyway, we have the Alpine-based image now, and we're just gonna use the slim tag for building now, so we know it's our new image. All right, it's downloading some dependencies again, but that was super quick. It's now installing our dependencies from requirements.txt. That also seems to be reasonably quick. And we're done, and we're gonna check Docker images, and we're gonna see 62 megabytes. That's not bad. Let's actually verify it's still working. And hello Python slim. It's running and it's working, it's responding. Nice. Okay. Can we improve? Probably. There is different images here, so we could probably just check on Docker Hub. That's the wrong browser. Docker Hub for Python and see what kind of images they have. They will usually list them, and it might say, okay, there is different ways. So there is actually we want 3.8, and there's Bullseye, there is Slim, there's Buster, there's Slim Buster, there's Alpine. And really only way to do is to go, actually here it won't tell us this, it's to go here to tags and double check what size it says, right? So let's just say 3.8-Buster. That one is 297, actually even more, 322, way too much. So let's check Slim, 42. Let's check Alpine, 16. I guess Alpine is a good bet for a very small image. Let's see if we have anything else. Slim Buster is 42. So Alpine seems to be the way to go if you want a small image here. Other than that, there's not much you can do. We could now also verify by Googling if there is a good way for multi-stage images, but I'm just gonna tell you that there might be a way to shrink the size a little bit, but most likely there isn't many things you can do, and it will just complicate the process. I think this is as simple as it gets. All right. So in conclusion, we now have 3 small projects for Hello Server here: Go, Node, and Python. In my opinion, it's equally easy to write the projects, right? The source code is there's really little source code, and you can do so much with all of these programming languages. So it's really up to you. It doesn't matter if you are on Kubernetes, it doesn't matter if you're running on bare metal or in a virtual machine. They're all nice to use. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up on the video, and yeah, subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this. Bye bye.